Share your memories of your teacher when you were his student. So I think so. We could start off with the Arghya. Yeah.
Yes,
Arghya.
hello and good afternoon from the UK. It's a pleasure to be part of this show today. And well, to speak about Joy Ma'am in simple, she's been the joy at Canberra CBSE for us. She joined in. I must say, it took me her view in terms of improving my vocabulary because with English and in the school, I think Joy Ma'am was just resonating what she was. And she joined in when, like she said, the school was in infancy stage. And she has really uplifted the school in terms of all the achievements that she's created. And it's the fact that the way she is, if you see her right now, she is just the same in school as well. She takes her rounds every day at whatever time she pleases, and she's got this aura of a principal, but she's got a smile on her face. And this I can vouch for even until last year when she was in the school, because my brother is studying in the same school, and he kept telling that Joy Ma'am takes her around and then she's having a smile on her face. And that hasn't changed over the years that she's been there. And this can definitely vouch for the fact that she's not just the principal or the teacher. She shows she's a friend for us in school, and now out of school as well, she is a friend for us. And well, Joy Ma'am basically has been the light. She had actually created a song for the different houses in our school, from loyalty, integrity, generosity, honesty, and tranquility. And she culminated all of it into how we are light for ourselves and light to the world. And I think in simple words, what she brings up to us in school, I haven't forgotten them. I've known her for the last 10 years and I can still remember, and I still message her, or when I see her, I'm just like, she's the joy, she's the light of the school, and she's always been like that. It's been an honor to be her student and still continue to keep in touch with her.
Daphne.
Thank you so much, Jeevan Rai ma'am, for inviting me to be a part of this show. Because to be one of the 5 hand-picked students out of the thousands and thousands of students you have taught, it really makes all of us feel special. I'm sure my other friends in this show agree with me. And I'm very fond of Jeevan Rai ma'am because she was my first standard class teacher. Because I don't remember much from my kindergarten teachers, but from first standard, she's one of my favorite teachers, and she always treated us more like her children than her students. And I'm sure everyone will agree with me. All her students will agree with that. And there are many memories and incidents that have happened, but I would like to highlight 2 particular ones. So one thing about, like, when we were in Lutz, when we were small, we always had these morning assemblies, and Jeevan Rai ma'am used to always teach us action songs. And that used to be my favorite part of the morning assembly. And these action songs are not just any random songs that they pick from somewhere. Like Arghya said, they used to literally make up these songs. And these action songs used to be based on things like punctuality, cleanliness, and all these virtues which are so important for us to know as students. So that was, to be honest, even now, like when I'm sitting idle, sometimes in the back of my head, these songs keep running. And to share the other incident, it's not really my favorite incident, but it is an important one. And that's why I think it's important to share it today. So I have always been a good student in school, like teacher's pet as well as a student's favorite. So everyone used to like me. But unfortunately, in class 10, I took a bad decision. And I joined a group of students who were like kind of making fun of the school or the teachers in the school in a social media platform. And that was not how I was back then. But just, at that moment, I thought it was fun and I joined that. And when the school got to know about it, it became a big issue. And out of all the people who were involved in that, I alone was called to Jeevan Ma'am's cabin, and she was the vice principal then. And I was so scared to enter her room. But when I went in, she was very calm, and then she calls me next to her, and then she puts her arm around me, and she just asked me one small question. She said, "Daphne, why did you do this?" And I just break down and I just go crying and crying. And I think it's very important that when students take one step towards the wrong direction, that the teachers correct them. And that is exactly what Jeevan Ma'am had done for me back then.
Now, Aditya, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, ma'am. And like how Daphne said, I'm so happy. I'm very surprised that Jeevan ma'am actually selected out of all the thousands of students that she's taught. The reason I was surprised because I'm sure Daphne and Jeevan ma'am know I was one of the naughtiest kids in Jeevan ma'am's class. But for some reason, I was very close to her. The reason being, she was my first standard class teacher. One of the few instances that I want to start off is, I'm sure all of us have seen the movie Tare Zameen Par. So I'd gone to watch Tare Zameen Par with my mom. And then at the end of the movie, she was crying. I've never seen my mom cry in front of me at least. So I asked her, "Why are you crying?" And she said, "You were that student when you were small. And the reason, what I am today is because of Jeevan ma'am. She taught me English. I was bad at English. I was bad at my spellings. She made me, write each and every word, and that was continued at home. But my foundation and what I am today is because of Jeevan ma'am and my parents. Like how the other students and Daphne have said, the smile on ma'am's face is always there, even when whenever I've done something wrong and we had to go to Jeevan ma'am's cabin, she always smiled. She would smile and give us a lecture. When we would go in, definitely we would have that fear. But when we would come out, she would make us understand, and we would come out as a changed person. Jeevan ma'am, how we used to call her, she's always been someone who was. We had Grace Noran, our principal, but I would always look up to Jeevan ma'am. Especially our batch people, Daphne and many more of us would always go to ma'am. Even if you had any problems, we would go and meet her personally, and I've done that a few times. One more thing, what I would like to say is Jeevan ma'am and all other teachers in Lutz, they've taught us really well. They made us who we are today. We are still friends. I just met most of our friends last week. Our friend from school got married. So most of the school students from Lutz met, and then we're just discussing like how most of the students from LCS or Lutz and from our batch have all already settled in life and doing well. So I think it's thanks to Jeevan ma'am and also the other teachers. But Jeevan ma'am, you have always been very special to me. We still keep. I don't meet her personally, but my mom and Jeevan ma'am have been very close, and we still keep talking to each other. And hopefully we'll meet soon, ma'am. Thank you so much.